Judge, this is the case of Dun Dun.
I have a couple here with a long-term marriage, no ratchet behavior, but she is toast. Let me see if I can figure out what's going on and if I can help them out.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toller presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Nichelle Chasteen and Stuart Smallwood. The two of you have been together for 22 years, married for 18, separated for 7 months, and you don't want to be married anymore. You also have 3 children together. Ms. Chasteen, you want $5,000 from Mr. Smallwood, and we're going to talk about that momentarily. But before we do, Mr. Smallwood, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your marriage and how we ended up in divorce court today?
Well, after 18 years and 3 kids with Nichelle, she's like very, very sneaky, controlling, and very manipulative. And what I mean by sneaky, one time I went to sleep around, maybe 9:30, 10 o'clock. Saying, I roll over in the middle of the night. No, Nichelle, she's gone. Where is she? I go back, she ain't in there. Look in the living room, she ain't in there. So I'm like, hold up, get my phone out, I call, go right to voicemail. I'm like, voicemail? Hold up. Let me give her a couple minutes, call back again, go right to voicemail. 1:30 in the morning, here she go pop up in the crib.
What did she say when she got there?
Oh, she went to the store. So I'm like,
Ms. Chasteen, that sounds pretty suspect to me. Do you have another version of that story?
I cannot recall.
Nothing like that has ever happened. You've been married a minute, 22, 18 years. Nothing like that ever occurred?
Not that I can recall, Your Honor.
Okay.
not that you can
Mr. Smallwood, why don't you tell me some other stories that would give me evidence of either sneaky, controlling, or manipulative?
Her family, always have gatherings. So one time, she has a little barbecue at her family relative's house, and she introduced me to this guy as her cousin or whatever, And I come to think about it, her other cousins come to me like saying, Nichelle ain't no saint. She keeps saying it. She ain't no saint. She ain't no saint. She ain't no saint. So come to find out that her cousin's saying basically that her and the guy...
We're dealing.
We're dating on the side. Yeah, so I'm
First of all, Your Honor.
Yes, Ms. Chasteen.
I knew...
The problem with him is he pays people for information, and they feed him information to get the money. They tell him anything.
Who does he pay? How much does he pay, and why?
What he did was he paid her a pack of beer, a case of beer, a pack of cigarettes, and some money.
Now, was this a relative or a friend?
This was a cousin,
For
and she fed him some dog food, and he ate it.
Not it.
So she lied in order to get what she wanted, which was the money, the beer, and the cigarettes. Now, Mr. Smallwood,
I don't know what you're talking about,
are you
Mr.
paying
Garner.
folks for information?
He's paid the neighbors.
He paid the neighbors?
Yes, he paid the neighbors.
Well, what were the neighbors supposed to do?
Watch the house.
Now, I had nobody watching the house. I go to work, come home one day, and I'm like, the world like waving, and I'm like, is he talking to me? So I want to go just trying to find out what's going on with him. So I'm like, hey, what's up, my man?
You're talking about the neighbor. Now, stay where you
just
belong.
out of nowhere,
Stay where you belong.
So I'm like, so he like, yeah, man, when you was coming from work, I was like, yeah. Like, yo, man, I seen some dude coming out your crib. You know what I mean? And when he coming out your crib, he coming out his crib, zipping his pants, walking out.
And that's why somebody felt comfortable.
Mr. Smallwood.
Yes.
Open your mind wide like a prairie. If a dude is over your house sleeping with your wife,
yeah,
would he still be zipping up, coming out the front door?
Thank you. Thank you.
I've seen it. I watch Cheaters a lot. I've seen it on Cheaters. I mean, it's possible. Like, I mean, maybe he didn't realize that he didn't fix himself properly before.
Well, let me ask you this, Mr. Smallwood.
You know what I mean?
Give me your best evidence, not some hearsay from other people. Give me your best evidence that Ms. Chasteen is cheating on or has in the past cheated on you.
Well, yeah, we got a job together, and we working. So I walk into the hallway on my break. So you go to the lunchroom and go put my Hot Pocket in the microwave, eat my lunch. So I see her. I'm like, that look like my wife, like there, right there. She's leaning on the wall.
Dinner every night. He ain't never had no Hot Pocket. He lying.
Leaning on the wall. She leaning on the wall, talking to some dude. So I'm like, Because like she kind of trying to hide her face or whatever, because she got like a scarf around her neck, a bow or something like that. So I walks up like, yo, I ain't saying nothing because we at the job, we at the work site. So I just walked past. Next thing you know, I'm hearing rumors around the job that him and her and the dudes together. Like, at work. We work at the same job, and she's sitting there messing with dudes right at the job.
Mr. Smallwood, let me work.
Do I look insane? Why would I do that?
Well, that is exactly what I was about to say. What sense does it make? She works at the same gig you do, and in the middle of a hall, they weren't in a broom closet, they weren't behind the microwave, they were in the hall, and you say she disguised herself with a bow. She's your wife.
Like trying to hide. Like,
Does that make sense that that's the kind of clandestine meeting a person would have?
I mean, well...
Your Honor, can I say something?
People at the job were saying they see them around...
First of all,
riding around in the car together.
We have worked together.
See me and Nick together all the time.
In several different environments.
I mean, and Nick and I aren't doing anything.
Got a point.
He's got somebody, I got somebody. I just wanted to make that clear. Go ahead, Ms. Chasteen.
We worked together in several different environments. So with that being said, there has been times when our supervisors have said inappropriate things, and I have went straight to him and went straight to HR. So I have never had any interest in anyone at any employment site that we worked at.
Is that true that when somebody stepped to her wrong that she would tell you and HR?
I mean, she's gonna tell me certain things. I mean...
So that was the best evidence you had of a cheat?
If a guy comes to her that she's not really interested in, of course she's gonna be offended.
Yeah. But I asked you for your best evidence. That was your best evidence? Work on me, work hard. You gonna work on that?
Okay.
When I talk to Ms. Chasteen, let me ask you about your sex life, because you're not happy about it at all.
I'm not happy about sex.
Need a break.
Are you on the birth control situation?
I gotta be birth control. Stop having sex. But he didn't do it.
Down the river crazy, never intended to go. Let me ask you about your sex life, because you're not happy about it at all.
I'm not happy about sex. It's like...
Tell me.
With this woman, it's like going through a marathon just to get a little nookie every now and then. You gotta go through a whole process every time we want to have sex. Do all this massaging for about an hour, 3 hours, and then she might fall asleep on me. I'm sitting there stuck, you know.
I carry 2 babies at one time, 2 different times, okay?
Walk around the house naked. No, she don't never wear no clothes. Like Michelle, you seen Michelle, she don't wear no clothes. She do everything. She cooking everything and walk around the house cooking it.
But still won't give you any.
Yeah, so I'm like, how do you think I'm supposed to be a grown man?
Chasteen, like, do you walk around enticing the man and then denying him his nuptial rights?
I just be comfortable in my own environment. However, when my children express to me, like, Mommy, can you put some clothes on?
Now, you know it's bad when your kids ask you to go put some clothes on. You know you should be ashamed about that, but all right, go ahead.
So at that point...
But are you less than a sexual being with your man?
You know why? It's because I be disgusted with the parenting issues and the lack of support.
She's too controlling. Like, she want to control what you wear. She want to control where you're going. Like, calling me when I'm at work or all the time.
Tell me a good controlling story.
Like, I'm at work one time, and so I calls her. I say, Shell, you know, babe, you know, they're offering overtime. I'm trying to get the position, you know what I'm saying? So
I need your support at home as a father, okay?
Is that the primary source of conflict for you, the parenting thing?
Yes, we have
Or is
3
it
children.
The mistrust thing, or is it a whole bunch of things?
It's a whole bunch of things. We have 3 girls. We had them back to back. So we had 2 at one time. We had twins. Then I got pregnant again with twins. We lost those. And the thing is, every time we having sex, I'm getting pregnant. Like, come on. Need a break.
Are you on the birth control situation?
I gotta be birth control. Stop having sex.
Well, there are a whole lot of things things you can do between have babies all the time and stop having sex. They got all these equipment.
He's stinky. I cannot, honestly, because of health issues, I can't take birth control.
You can't take any kind of birth control?
I cannot. He was supposed to, you know, himself and stuff like that. But he did not.
Which does not work anyway. Oh, Lord.
But he didn't do it.
Down the river crazy, never intended to go.
My best friend had passed away.
Mr. Smallwood, did you not come watch the kids so she could go say goodbye?
I didn't come watch the kids. At the time, I was struggling with alcohol. I was drunk and I couldn't make it.
You were just drunk. If you would like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Missed a show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms, and for exclusive content, go to Apple TV. Now, you say she's a control freak. Tell me about what happened when you were Christmas shopping.
Yeah, well, you know, we're looking at the catalogs, and Michelle picking out some stuff. I'm picking out some stuff. But I'm like, there's no sense in me looking. I know what I want. I want the tan butter Timbs, you know what I mean, for Christmas.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, so we get to the store. She picking out stuff. No, you don't need them Jones. Them Jones. I like these. These ones are better. So I'm like, everything she's looking at, I'm like, they all right. They good. But I don't want those. I know what I want.
He trying to impress.
So
Where are you going, Mr. Smallwood?
I go buy the boots, right? So I'm like, all right, I'll buy the boots. I spend my own money, you know. She's found that I got the boots. She come curse me out about the boots.
Did you curse him out because he bought the boots?
The problem is, he still wants to dress like a teenager. We are adults, okay? Like, I'm supposed to be with a grown man. Who you trying to impress, me or them females at your job? Like the young girls.
Well, you don't think he's cheating, do you?
No, I don't think that he's cheating, but he's a people pleaser. He will do whatever it is.
Pleased all the people but you.
But me, exactly. And that's why I ain't pleased his behind back. And that's the problem. When it comes to us with the plans we have for our family, he never follows through. It's a huge turnoff. I can't take it no more.
Give me the worst, the thing that really disturbs. Cause I ain't gonna lie. I see pain in the behind. I see annoying. I see wandering. And with you, I see a very tight and rigid person that is very limited as far as what is okay and isn't okay. But I don't see grand and divorceable. If there's one thing I could get him to change that would allow you to re-engage in this union, what would that be?
I think the problem, Your Honor, is that he had like more of a loose upbringing, and myself, I didn't have much structure. So I had made a lot of mistakes. However, I made certain that I didn't become a statistic.
And congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Because a lot of people don't pull that off.
Thank you.
Well done.
And with that being said, I just want the best for our children, and I know that it's important to have two parents in the home. I had been unhappy for a very long time.
And you seem, I mean, grossly unhappy. I mean, your facial expressions is weeping without tears.
Most recently, him and I have like built a friendship since we haven't been together, but not having that friendship throughout the marriage is what really hurt me the most. My best friend had passed away, and it was during the time that him and I were on a break. And I had asked him, to come be with the children so I can go say my final goodbyes. He never showed up. This is my best friend who was not just a good, decent person in my life, but to him as well. He was very, very friendly and loving towards Stuart. And he actually was, he had transitioned. We were friends in high school, and he transitioned into a female. And it was very stressful. He had ended up committing suicide. And, it was so tragic and just heartbreaking. And even more heartbreaking than I couldn't say goodbye to him when all he had to do was come and watch the children like he promised he would do.
Mr. Smallwood, did you not come watch the kids so she could go say goodbye?
I didn't come watch the kids. At the time, I was struggling with alcohol. I was drunk, and I couldn't make it.
You were just drunk and...
Yeah.
He know darn well he wasn't drunk.
Partying.
He just let me down, period.
All right.
I helped out a lot.
I'm distraught.
And I supported her.
Over here. Completely distraught. I think you're both good people. I think you're both good people, and you got 3 good kids. You can't expect him to be what a woman would be. And what he brings to the table is not going to be what you bring to the table. And any dude you get is not going to, I go in a room and I look at everybody's face. I see who's hungry. I see who's not feeling well. I handle this, I handle that. He comes in the room, you got a problem, baby, who do I need to hit? But, and that's what I need him for.
Right.
So I don't want you to expect, not that he can be trifling, and you can be trifling. That thing about the funeral, that was just trifling. That was just trifling and small. Don't get away with as much as you can. The fact that a woman will consume all of those obligations and activities is not a license to do nothing. In our 18th year of marriage, I was looking like you. All the time. Because it was too lopsided. We got past it because I taught him differently. It was a hard thing to do, but it was worth my time. I just think you're a good couple. I don't want you to separate. Ain't none of my business. I don't live with him. You may not be able to get along. That having been said, do as you feel you need to do. I'm going to give you some counseling when you leave here just to see if there are other avenues by which you could possibly pursue the maintenance of this relationship. If not, what I would like you to do is take this new friendship that has formulated between the two of you and talk about exactly what you need and what you want from him as a co-parent. And I wish you joy, Ms. Chasteen.
Thank you.
I want you to be happy. I want you to concentrate on all the wonderful things you are, all the wonderful things that you've done with your children. You got a guy, he's a little light on the work, but he, you're just beautiful.
Thank you.
And life is good. And I want you to be happy.
That's what I'm hoping for. I don't think it can happen between him and I.
And that may very well be. But I want you to be happy on your own. Okay. Don't feel like the moment you lose any control at all, the whole thing's going to go to hell in a handbasket. Okay. And I think that's what you think.
Great advice. Thank you.
And that kills your joy. And I just want you to remember that, okay?
Thank you so much.
Good luck to the both of you. There will be no recovery in this matter. It is so ordered.
After speaking with Judge Lynn today, what's your reaction?
I think she gave some very good advice as far as when things don't go my way, that it's not just the end of the road. So I appreciated that.
Do you think this can work, or is this completely
I think
done?
we're better off as friends.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. All right, we're on the same page there.
Yeah.
All right, so good luck to the both of you guys.